grass trap. Basically, it's a trap that you would set up a snare on a animal trail where there is no support. Say, for example, there are no trees anywhere available. Well, a lot of these things here, people tend to make themselves. Unfortunately, I don't have a shop, nor do I have any welding skills and any place to put all this metal. But thank goodness for Amazon, I was able to find these supports there, and also these support drivers. Now, these will be, like I said, used to hold a snare in place over a trail that has nothing to tie it to, or you had no stick to pound in. This would actually be much stronger support. Now, basically, I'm gonna tag this into the ground. Some people can probably push it into soft ground, but then that would take away my demonstration of my really cool driver. Now the driver here goes right on top of this little metal piece right here, just like so. You see that? And once it sits there, now I can get the hammer and I can just move back a little bit. So now if you look up on top here, you know, now I can literally hammer this thing into the ground. It just hammers it right into the ground for me. And there you go. Now, the cool thing about the support is it will not go side to side because of that flat tip you saw there that was just hammered down into the soft ground. Okay, moving on. Put away the driver, but this here is going to be my support to put my snare. Now, before I even place the snare, I'm going to have to make sure that I follow the rule of thumb, and that is to make sure my snare has a anchor point as well. Now, here's another thing that was cool that I found online, and again, I'll have all the company information on the video once I edit it. But this here is a ground anchor, an earth anchor, and notice how this has this really cool tip also that I can hammer into the ground. And I'm not going to hammer it as deep as it needs to be, just to have a demonstration of how you would anchor it into the ground with nothing available. Now again, I can go deeper with this, because once it sets in, it won't come out. And once the animal is snared, it won't go anywhere. But for right now, for demonstration purposes, because I don't feel like digging these out afterward before we leave, I just want to be able to pull them out simply. But I would pound them deeper in so that it would not, my catch or my animal that I'm trying to snare doesn't get away. So now that that's established, I have to make sure my snare itself is anchored to it. So I have this little swivel, and again, a 12 kN, I think I said 25 earlier, but it's a 12 kN carabiner, and basically I connect them together like so. That way, if ever the animal tries to pull and tug on my snare, it's stuck in the ground. Okay? So now we open our snare to the desired size. And the cool thing about this is, depending on whatever it is you're trying to snare, like say I'm setting the snare for, I'd say a raccoon. I got this little real cool rubber nipple here, if you can see it. Basically that, I was told, you could take it and you can hook it up, put your snare up on it. Look at that, get in the hole first. Alright, there you go. So now I have the means to set my snare up. Now I'm not going to go through the whole how to camouflage it and so on and so forth, but what I am going to do is at least set it at the right height and the right size opening for, again, whatever it is that I'm catching. Now, if I'm catching a raccoon, they say it should be about hand width of an opening. Like so. There you go, that's about a little more than a hand. And then, like I said, wherever the path is, say this is the path, I'm going to make sure that my snare would be about, they say about 2 fists off the ground, so maybe a little higher. I'll bend that up a little bit, and that's basically it. Like I said, you could always camouflage your snare depending upon, like I said, whatever vegetation is around, tall grass, I don't know, branches or whatever, bush. But I mean, worst case scenario, I mean, as long as you have something that's going to be in the way as the animal travels. Now, what's cool about these particular snares is it's preloaded. So again, it's just the right height for the animal to come walking through and unknowingly get its head stuck in. And I'm going to demonstrate. Move back. So if I was a raccoon coming by, as I walk through, it's going to snag onto the animal. Move back. And choke. This will not come back. Notice that, how it locks? So as I get tighter and tighter, it does not open back. So there you have it. Again, a simple snare support system. Like I said, you can turn it however you want. Just to cover a really important detail that I saw online when you're setting a snare, is they tell you that whenever you set your snare, make sure it's on the side. This is basically held on the side like so, and not above, because when it's above, it'll start swinging up and down. It will not catch the animal. So basically this will make sure that it'll have a more positive, like I said, snag. Look how fast that worked, how fast it snagged onto the hammer. And like I said, an animal will eventually get itself caught, and you now have whatever it is, the target that you were going for. So that's it. That's the last of all our traps for today. I hope this was informative. I gotta tell you that I think his name is Super Trapper, or Awesome Trapper, whatever his name is. I'll put all that in the text as far as information for the video. That's where I got pretty much the starting of all this equipment. So, am I a trapper? No. Have I ever trapped anything in my life? In all honesty, not with snares. Basically, it's a great skill to know if ever I have to trap things for whatever reason, for food, to get rid of pests. At least now I have the equipment and the know-how and knowledge to do so. So please don't take anything I say as expert advice. It's just stuff that I researched, okay? And again, hopefully you guys get all the information and make use of the same technology and skill. All right, I'm good. Have a good day.